just gotta roll with it, guys. Sometimes it be like that. Oh. All right, guys, checking out our cubby set right here. And still haven't had no action on it yet. We've had one rabbit get caught in this, and that was about the only thing. So I'm pretty much thinking I'm gonna move it within the next couple of days. I'm gonna move this set, I think, and then the coyote set that y'all been seeing me set up over there, I'm gonna move that one. And I think I'm trying to pull these animals too far off of their already established path is what I'm thinking is going on. With the bobcats, that right there is pretty much the only thing I have that's catching their attention afar off. You know, I thought this fish might be able to do it. I've had a piece of rabbit in there. I thought that might be able to do it, but I think I'm just trying to pull them too far away from the trails that they're already using. And I don't know exactly where they're at because I don't have no, I don't know which way they're traveling over here on this side of the property. I'm just having to go off of some sign that I'm seeing, but even the sign that I'm seeing, the closest thing I'm seeing is down this road right here. So yeah, I mean, if that's the way they're going, and speaking for the cats, if that's the way they're going and they don't see that feather right there and they haven't smelled this fish or anything, I don't think they're gonna come over here. This has been here for a couple of weeks now, and I ain't had no action on it. So I think I'm gonna move it further down the road here. I ain't gonna do it today because we got more rain and everything coming in. So I'm gonna let it stay a couple more days and we'll keep checking it. But I think it's time to move it. I don't know how long y'all let a set that's inactive stay. I'm interested to know that. So tell me in the comments how long you will let a set stay that hasn't caught anything, and that'll give me some perspective. But I think I'm going to move it. I am going to move it the next couple of days, and I'm probably going to try and find a choke point down here. And again, I'm just guessing because I haven't actually seen them where they're moving at. I'm just going to see if I can find a place and guess where they're moving. I can't put any sets on the roads right now going through the property, so I'm having to set off the roads. After deer season and turkey season, I think I'll be able to set on the roads. But right now we just got to find out where they're traveling to and work with that. But they're out here, guys. They're out here. We just got to find out where they're at. All right, let's get it. Well, guys, we have an unexpected event. Was not expecting it, but it is what it is. We had a little bit of rain last night. I mean, I didn't think it was that much. I didn't really watch the weather though, so it could obviously it was enough to make the creek flood really bad. But this is the same creek where that big log was washed into the tops of the trees. So you can see how high it gets. And during that last storm where the log got pushed into the tops of the trees, it was above the bank. The creek would have been above the bank because that's where the log was at. It was above my head. So we will not be crossing the creek today. So there's that. And you just gotta roll with it, guys. Sometimes it be like that. Oh, I'm leaving that in. Oh, good night. I'm curious what my face was when I took that little slip. Ugh. All right. Whew. Man, feel like I pulled something. Anyways, we're gonna go the opposite direction, I guess. I'm gonna get back in the cart and go the other way. We still have plenty of other traps that we can check, so it's not that big of a deal. We've got a lot more we can check. So we'll go do that. High waters today, high waters. Anyway, I wanted to answer a question or clear up some confusion. You know, I've gotten several messages now about why I'm using certain baits or why I'm not using other baits, why I haven't been using the traps that y'all saw. I made a little video of all the trapping supplies that I bought and why I haven't used that yet, why I'm not using this and that. I'm always getting those questions, and I've started to get some messages, you know, people asking. So basically it boils down to different properties. So on this property, all my trapping supplies are supplied to me. I don't have to buy anything or use any of my stuff for this property. And on this property, like I've said before, the goal is primarily now quail population, building that quail population up. So they're going to be targeting things that hunt quail, the nest raiders that we've talked about, the bobcats that I've been catching, right? So each property is going to have different goals, right? So that's basically what it boils down to. This property, quail. I've got on camera several beavers on this property. Beavers are not a concern here, so I don't trap beavers. Another property that I'm going to in the next couple of weeks, whenever I get some time, I'm going to be focusing, or there's a couple of properties where I've been asked to come trap beavers. And on those properties, I'm going to be focusing, you know, I gotta stop and check something real quick. I'm going to be focusing on beavers, obviously. And one of those properties, the traps are going to be supplied to me. So it just really boils down to the different properties that I'm trapping on and the goals of the owner. Okay, we're good. Checking for tracks to see if I see anything visiting. But yeah, so it boils down to the goals of the property, right? And some properties, all of my supplies are supplied to me, and then others I get to use my stuff, right? So that's why y'all see me sometimes. Well, y'all haven't seen me use my stuff yet. I haven't went to one of the new properties yet. I think it's 5 customers right now that are wanting me to come try my hand on their property catching different things. Some people want me to focus on the coyotes and the bobcats, and a couple of customers want me to try the beavers. But like I said, it all just boils down to the priorities of the property owner, what they want, and in some instances they tell me, like here, I don't have to buy anything, or I don't have to use any of my stuff. And then another property that I'm going to, I've already been told, we already have the stuff, we just want you to come run the line, pretty much. So that's it. I just wanted to clear that up on why I'm using certain baits, certain traps, not using certain baits, certain traps, why I'm using certain bedding methods and not using other bedding methods. It just varies per property right now for me. But all right, we're gonna keep on knocking this out. We got more traps to check. Let's get it. Another flooded creek, guys. This ain't even the same creek, but and this one hardly. This is the first time I've seen it up this high, and I'm just not gonna chance crossing it. Probably could, but the last thing I want to do is get one of the carts stuck, and then that creates a whole nother problem. And we got plenty more that we can do, so I'm just not gonna chance it. But I did check, and it was over 2 inches of rain that this property got last night, and 2 inches of rain is causing all that. All right, on to the next. All right, guys, just wanted to make a note with y'all real quick. Y'all heard me say earlier that I'm looking for a new spot to put those traps. Probably gonna move them next week, I guess. And this is the area that I'm looking at. I'm gonna let you see behind me here. See this big field, okay? And then right here, this little ATV road, I guess you could call it, that connects to another group of fields back here. So this is a natural bottleneck, right? I mean, critters are going to be using this to travel back and forth. They want to stay in cover as much as possible. And even though I looked through here and I didn't see any tracks, I mean, all the tracks would have been washed away from the big rain that we had last night, but I wanted to see if anything had come through here earlier this morning. But this is a natural path, you know, for these animals to take. So I'm probably going to be sitting out there on one of those corners somewhere, and possibly even there is a large clump of bushes. It just looks like a tree line from here, but right there is a big group of bushes out in the middle of that field. And I might try the feather trick again right there on the edge, way out there. And a cat coming from that end of the field, I'll be able to see it. Coming from the end of the field, it's around the corner, or coming through here, I'll be able to see that feather flying in the wind. And odds are they're probably gonna check it out. So I think that's where I'm gonna put one of the spots I'm gonna put my cubby sets. I have 2 cubby sets now. Both of them I'm getting ready to move. Today's gonna tell me a lot on where I'm gonna put them. And I'm gonna look at the weather for next week, and I may move them next week. But you can see this comes out into a big field over here on this side. So I'm just thinking if a predator like what I'm hunting, the coyotes and bobcats, whatever, if they're wanting to come from this area over here to get to that other field, they're gonna go through there. Easiest way to travel. So that's what I'm thinking. We're gonna try it out. Like I said, you gotta get off your cart and look at this kind of stuff. If you ain't got cameras to tell you where these critters are going, you just gotta have to get out, walk a little bit, see if you can find some sign and pattern them yourself, you know. So, all right, on to the next. All right, guys, checking our last set today, literally the very last one. And we got us a little coon here. Not a little coon, that's a good sized coon. But this set right here, we had that little concoction that I put together the other day. Heard a bunch of people using the same thing. But it was fish flavored cat food with Apple Jacks soaked in bacon grease. So pretty cool to see a new bait work. I like it. Anyways, we're gonna get him taken care of, and we're gonna wrap it up. All right, guys, I'm getting ready to wrap it up here today. Y'all saw that we had that one raccoon. That was all we pulled off of our traps today, the ones that we could get to. Y'all know the creek was pretty high. We couldn't cross it due to all the rain that we had last night. Got more rain coming in today. It's already started raining a little bit, and we got more rain tomorrow too. So just a lot of rain. Animals ain't moving that much, but had a productive day, had a good day, and we're gonna wrap it up. And I reckon that I will see y'all on the next one. Y'all be good.